The defendant is black, the victim is white, and that's the bottom line.
I generally thought the Karmelo Anthony case was pretty straightforward. You commit a crime, you do the time. But then I started seeing these reactions online, and suddenly things became more complicated. Guys, watch this.
I don't have an opinion. I don't have an opinion here.
Just like Karmelo was doing. I'm glad you just said that. That's what Karmelo was doing. Protecting his motherfucking self.
The judge as well in this case said it was not a case about race, but you cannot deny that just the facts of the case and what we've seen play out since then and what we're watch happening now is because the defendant is black, the victim is white, and that's the bottom line. But again, this is what I alluded to when I said this has brought out what's bubbling right beneath the surface.
My lives don't matter.
Fuck white lives. How about that? I'm saying that. Because y'all want to play these games. Y'all want to play these crackhead games, so I'm going to play them. Fuck white lives. How about that? How about that? I hate the white people. I like pussy. You the hungry, the crackhead, redneck pussy. That's the one I hate. Yeah, I know.
He was trying to hug him to show him love.
You know why people are talking to you. You're acting surprised to get black and stuff with a white person. You know why they're sign.
You know, these reactions are making me start to wonder if the story we heard about what actually happened was true. Let's watch a simulation of how the incidents occurred.
Get out of here.
In Karmelo Anthony Simulator, you can solve problems with a knife, start a GoFundMe, and become a hero overnight. And try to beat the system.
But once you're inside, the real punishment begins. Karmelo Anthony Simulator, FAFO Edition.
Okay, this is pretty much what I heard happened. They were at a track and field event. Karmelo Anthony had a knife. Who takes a knife to a track and field event? Okay, let's say he got bullied, he got asked to leave. Okay. But does that warrant stabbing someone, ending a life? But then what started making things more interesting was the fact that this whole case divided America. Or let's say it's divided America in the sense that people that are supposedly expected to be on the same side are the stronger voices even calling for justice.
May he rest in peace. And he was stabbed to death by another person who is now going to spend over 30 years in prison, as deserved, because that's what we call murder in our society. Now, if you've noticed, I didn't mention anything about race. This is pretty an open shut case as the way I see it. But also keep in mind that Austin Metcalf is not going to have 35 years to live. If you really want to talk about this, the real victim is the kid that's never going to wake up again and his grieving family. Also, the fact that the left, and you talk about the woke mind virus, is willing to even bring up race in a situation is really disheartening to me. How about this? As a parent that has 3 children, I will ensure that you don't bring a knife to a track meet.
This is something that's been on my mind. Okay? A knife to a track meet. A knife. Excuse me, sir. It's a knife. You're meant to run. Run. Let's see who is quicker. Let's see who's more athletic. But you took a knife. For what? Was that a fork as well? Was it meant to go have some food or something?
You see, when you go to a track meet, it's just that. It's supposed to be competition. You're supposed to run around the track and people get first, second, third place and whatnot. And what you don't do is you don't provoke violence. And of course, you don't stab someone in the chest to where they bleed out and they die. This is not a difficult concept. And this is why what I'm finding out is all common sense is not so common. And if you want to blame race on everything like they tend to do, well, then that's fine. You're going to continue to lose your credibility. But you have people out there like me that's been black for my entire life. I look at this case and I think, what?
People like me that have been black for my entire life, just like me. I mean, it sounded funny. It's not a funny case, but it just sounded funny.
Lose your credibility. But you have people out there like me that's been black for my entire life. I look at this case and I think, what if that were my child who was stabbed by anybody of any race? I would like that person to pay the consequences. And that's exactly what's happened to Karmelo Anthony.
I mean, that seems to be common sense, or except if the concept of common sense has changed in this day and age.
Only black people are at the point where they will feel sorry for the criminal and the murderer more than the actual person who's not with us anymore. The actual victim, they don't care about. Everyone feels sorry for this little monster. I never felt comfortable around you niggas. That's why I got the hell away from y'all. Y'all think this is a game, like, oh, you're just saying this for likes and clicks. No, I'm not even near you niggas. My kids don't go to school with you niggas. This ain't for likes. This is for real. Like growing up, when my friends would come over, hey, my dad would check them at the door. Listen, man, you gotta take that do-rag off. This do-rag ain't allowed here. My dad didn't like do-rags. Because he watches the news. He see who's doing the killing. Take that do-rag off before you come over. And that's all. Like, and you know, when I was a kid, I didn't understand. I'm like, why is dad like this? What's going on with dad, Mom? Why is he tripping? Why is he embarrassing me? My mom sat me down and told me a story. Listen, your dad's seen a lot of things. What do you mean, Mom? What happened?
I've seen a lot of things. Okay?
You know, I never told you this, and don't tell your father I told you, but when we were young, you know, we used to party at your dad's house, you know, when we were 16, and his brother had just come home from the military. His brother was older, you know, your father looked up to him. He was kind of the protector of the home. Everybody loved him. He was just a great guy. Just came home from the military. You know, and they threw a party for him. Celebrating, everybody celebrating downstairs. What happens? A knock on the door. My father's brother goes up the stairs, opens the door. What is it? A bunch of monsters. You know, do-rag wearing monsters. Yo, we want to come to the party. My father's brother tells him, no, you're not allowed. Nobody else is allowed. We're going to just keep having this party and you guys are going to leave. What do? Oh, yeah? Put a gun to his head, shoot him in the head. He fall down the stairs, dies in front of my dad. My dad is traumatized by y'all. From that moment, man, he just didn't want nothing to do with you. He stayed in Brooklyn a little longer, seen more things happen, and then he got to them books. Yo, I got to get out of here.
This is sadly a story faced in this community. Sadly. And these are things that we see in London, all right? These are not, you know, hidden. This is common knowledge.
I cannot raise a family here. It's not safe. It's a reason why people want to get away from y'all. You have an animalistic monster mentality. Nobody wants to be around. Shoot first, ask questions later. That's how y'all move. Y'all don't even fight no more. Ain't no hands, one-on-ones. Y'all just go straight to killing. Obviously, it's not all black people. There's a lot of good black people out here. There's a lot of monsters as well. And it's not hard to tell who's who. And that is exactly why Austin Metcalf didn't want that boy around. And he was right.
Okay, guys, this case for me, pretty straightforward. You did the crime. Yes, you do the time. But these reactions got me a bit concerned. Really concerned. Because do you choose race over justice? What if it was your child? What do you do then? What do you do? It doesn't matter who committed the crime. Okay? It matters not. What matters now is it was done. It should have been prevented, but it was done. Okay? Now that it's done, serve the punishment. But then, all of this is going on in America. We are just out here looking like, what the hell is going on? Guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Okay?